Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are in not just any regular place this time recording a video. We are actually at Toyota HQ. So today we have Sean and his beautiful, another black Supra. Very, very clean, very fitting that we do it here. So real quick, Sean, if you just want to introduce yourself to the audience and, let us know who you are and maybe talk about what cars you've had before this beast.
Sure. Hi guys, my name is Sean. This is my black Supra. I've had the car for a year and a half now. My previous cars that I've had before had a GS 350, and it was a nice family car, and wanted to kind of change things up a little bit. What led me to getting a Supra is I was kind of cross-shopping some cars, went into a local dealership, and had the pleasure to actually drive one. And at that point, I was like, it was solidified that this was something I wanted to get. And here we are today.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a different car than the GS.
Yes.
Because, yeah, that one's family car, amazing cruiser. And then obviously with this car, definitely feel more in tune with the road and get a little bit more visceral, right?
Yep, definitely.
So, like, why did you decide to go with the Supra specifically? Like, were you cross-shopping it with other cars? And if so, well, like, what other cars did you cross-shop it with, and what ticked all the boxes for you with this car?
Sure. So I was looking at the GSF, also the RCF. The GSFs at the time, the price points weren't really made sense for me. Because I wanted something that was kind of new, had somewhat of a warranty. Looked at the RCFs as well. Ultimately, I think just driving the Supra really kind of made me wanted to get one. Seeing it in black and the sportiness, the feel of it, how nice and compact the interior was, and then the red seats as well. The red seats were really something I was looking towards. When I was doing my research, I realized that the 2022s, they decided to bring back out the red interior. And I think that was just my, it was my calling.
You're like, okay,
yeah,
this is it.
Yeah. And it just so happened the black Supra that I test drove was a black launch edition, which had the red interior as well. And so, yeah, that was just my, that's what really solidified it.
Nice. I'm curious, like, what was your first reaction? Like, did you do like a pull during your test drive?
I did.
What
Yes.
was your first reaction once you like felt that?
So, well, ironically, the car was also tuned, and I did not know exactly what the PowerPoint was, but the tail end kind of got out from me, and that's when the adrenaline started pumping, and I realized I was like, okay, this would be a fun car to kind of get and a fun project to kind of work into, and so I was definitely sold at that point.
I mean, that's like a way to test drive one that's like already tuned. Because if you guys get a chance, if you're wondering what the experience is like, if you get a chance to, go to your local dealership, whether it's Toyota or not, and they have one of these, definitely see if you drive it and, check it out like what Sean did and see how you fit inside, how it feels, and ultimately like how it drives. So, you want to make sure that you make the best purchase with your money, because at the end of the day, it's your hard-earned money. Don't waste it. But with that being said, thank you for walking us through kind of like your car history. Now, let's take the camera off the tripod and let's walk you guys through this car and see what Sean's Supra is all about. All right, Sean, we got the camera off the tripod. So yeah, let's go through your car. We'll do aesthetics first, since that's of course what everybody sees, and then we'll go over the performance stuff here in a little bit. So what do you got done to the outside of this baby?
So one of the first things I did, actually, even prior to getting the car, is I had already had the suspension springs ordered. And so I ended up going with Swift R springs. And one thing I wanted to kind of, I guess, stress to your audience is before you buy anything, do your research and make sure you kind of make the right decisions, because ultimately, you know, car hobbies is a pretty expensive hobby, and so you don't want to have to spend your money multiple times. So yeah, so I would urge doing your research. So I ended up going with Swift R springs, and then again, like everyone else, right? We don't like to deal with brake dust, and so another thing I had purchased was some nice quality brake pads, and I ended up going with endless brake pads. And also to kind of protect the car is I ended up going with the those little fender flares.
Yeah, the ZL1 rock guards.
Correct, the rock guards. Yep, and so I ended up also going with some Van 18-inch R6 wheels.
Yeah, these are really nice.
So the fronts are 18 by 9.5s, and the rears are 18 by 10.5s. I went kind of aggressive with the tire setup, so I went with the Toyo R 888Rs, 275s in the fronts by a 35 profile, and 305s, 35s in the rear.
Yeah, fit the wheel well out really nicely. So your car is the first one that I've featured with the Swift springs. How does it feel like driving wise? You know, some of our roads here are not the highest quality.
Correct.
Sadly. But what would you say, like in terms of performance?
So as far as performance, so the comfort is still there. It's not like super bouncy or stiff, and the handling definitely improved. The reason why I wanted to go with the Swift R's is because it offered an even drop all the way around, and it was something I really wanted to test out. But ultimately, I'm happy with the stance and the way it turned out.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
And one thing I wanted to go with too is I did the stud conversion. The heartache of taking off wheels and putting it back on, and I think the studs kind of really helped out. And so decided to go with the stud conversion.
But I really like these wheels. I know you had a different setup when I first met you, but honestly, I do like these a little bit better. It's more. Of course, you can't go wrong with JDM wheels. And this definitely fit the bill. I know it might not be a fully JDM car, but whatever. Supra's a Supra. Haters gonna hate.
Exactly. I agree.
So like I saw that you also had the carbon fiber mirror caps. Did you add these after the fact, or are these the OEM ones?
Those are the OEM ones.
Nice. And then you got the wind buffeting kit, of course.
That's Varus.
An absolute must, I would say.
Definitely.
For those who are interested in the car. But yeah, I mean, you guys have seen big wangs, you've seen lips, and this one shows that if you guys know what you have or know what kind of vision you want for the car and you get quality stuff, you don't have to be too crazy with your purchases, kind of like what you were saying earlier, to get the car looking where you want it to look. So any aesthetic mods that you have planned for the future, or are you pretty happy with how it sits right now?
You know, we're never satisfied, right? We're always looking for the next thing.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Max Aurito. Love his style. Love how simple his kit is for the Supra.
Yeah.
And so I've decided to purchase the Max Aurito front lip as well as the side skirts to kind of complete the look of it. I think it would be a perfect complement to what I already have.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do an update video. But yeah, thanks for walking us through your aesthetics. So you actually have a little bit more spicy stuff in the engine bay. So if you want to pop the hood, and we'll see what it's all about. Oh yeah, very nice. So walk us through what you got done to the engine bay. Well, we can do like aesthetic stuff first, and then we'll talk about performance.
Sure. So in terms of performance, again, I can't stress this enough, do your research, but watch lots of videos on the eVenturi, in the creation of this particular intake for the Supra. One, I really liked the documentary and how it was designed, how they came about it. And also like you can't go wrong with carbon fiber. And so that was one of my first 5 purchases, along with the springs, was the carbon fiber intake, as well as the E-Venturi engine cover, just to kind of tie out the engine bay. Also, I went with the various cap covers.
Those look nice.
Also, to kind of tie in the red, went with the Blitz strut bar. Along with the performance mods, I decided to go with the RK titanium charge pipe.
Yeah, this is actually the first one that I've seen, and it does look really nice. See that you also have the various turbo heat shield.
I did, yeah.
Nice. Dude, this is very proper engine bay. I don't know if you guys were expecting, you know, pretty simple and clean Supra to have something like this under the hood, but I like to see it. So now for performance stuff, what have you got done to the car?
In terms of performance, so there's lots of different avenues I could have gone. Most people would go the JB4 route, and I ultimately knew I wanted to go flex fuel, and I decided to kind of just wait until the prices for the Femto unlock was available. I ultimately did the partial ECU unlock, then I did the BM3 Tuned. Ultimately wanted to get the, wasn't pleased with the off-the-shelf tune. I wanted someone to kind of personally take their time, tune the car kind of deal. And so I had an opportunity to body tune the car. And so I was very pleased with that. So Mikey did a great job in tuning the car for E50 Flex. Car is definitely drive well, love the performance of it. And looking to see what else I could do later on.
All right, so before we wrap up the video, Sean, do you have any advice for those folks who are potentially looking into a Supra, or if they have a Supra and they have a locked ECU, like any piece of advice that you would give them?
So ultimately, just do your research, figure out exactly what you want to do, what you want to enjoy, and then just enjoy the process, right? It's a process for anything, that you do, whether it's, career-wise or, a hobby. Just enjoy the process, and then, just kind of have fun as you go along.
Oh, yeah. I like it. There you guys have it. Sean, I appreciate you taking the time to walk myself and the audience through your beautiful car. Thank you for the advice. Very, very great advice here. So if you guys have any questions for myself or for Sean, just about his experience with the car or, whatever it may be, leave them down below. And do you want to do an Instagram plug for yourself so people can follow you and see what you do with this car?
Sure. So if you guys enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the build and you want to kind of see exactly what else I'll be doing in the future, please give me a follow. It's So Fresh MKV.
And we'll do a zoom in on the sticker here. So give Sean a follow, guys. I appreciate it. We both appreciate it. And we will see you guys on the next video.